I was in a very reactive mode, responding to the work orders as people would notify me. I think everything changed. When I first saw the demonstration of eSPACE, I knew this was something we had to have. We didn't have an effective facility management program. We didn't have one, and we didn't have a work order process. So I would get a lot of those hey yous as I'd go through the facilities, and they say, hey, this is broken, that's broken, needs to be fixed. And so I was in a very reactive mode, responding to the work orders as people would notify me. And I tried to develop one through one of the programs we had here at the church, but it just wasn't working the way I wanted until we came across eSPACE. Frustrated at times, obviously, and I felt like I wasn't being very effective in responding to the needs of the church because I was reactive, and I would try to organize all the requirements, but I really didn't have a system or a process to do that. I think everything changed. When I first saw the demonstration of eSPACE, I knew this was something we had to have, and I began to immediately train up the staff on how to use it. First I learned how to use it myself and got very familiar with it so I could train them up, and I did train up the staff on how to use it, at least to submit work orders. And then I began to build out the eSPACE facility management module, creating our floor plans, creating the equipment that we had here on the facilities, and identifying all the spaces and building that out. Most of the staff just needed to know how to submit a work order. And that process is very simple. And it took me 5-10 minutes to train them up on that. And the first response from them would be, wow, this is really easy. Oh, I was able to better manage my time, better identify the priorities, and so I was much more effective. At first, it took me a while to get all the data entered into eSPACE, but once I had it entered, and once I was really using the system, I think it definitely gave me the ability to manage my time better, and it improved the work that we were doing. Oh, I like floor plan a lot. I immediately, as soon as I saw this new module, I was like, I've got to have that, and I've got to get that entered in. So we did. We scanned in the floor plans, the blueprints for the building, ones that I could use in eSPACE, and I began to build those out, and I began to link the spaces, link equipment that we had identified in floor plans to those spaces. I started building a lot of custom layers. I think I have about 25 custom layers so far, and on my way to a lot more. I initially used the custom layers to identify like where our fire extinguishers were, where the fire strobe alarms were, where the emergency light packs were, those kind of things. But now I'm starting to use it to build out the fire evacuation plans for the building. So each layer is an evacuation plan for a specific space and area. So I've got quite a few of those now, and it's great to build out your fire evacuation plans. One of the things I also did was, as I would do work projects where I'm doing improvement projects in the facility, I would, for example, we're doing a conversion of all of our fluorescent light packs to direct wire LED. And so as I went through that process, I would put a mark on each of those spaces, use one of those custom layers to identify each space that I had already completed. So that's a way to track the work that I'm doing. I have had the opportunity, being a senior manager in the government, to review a lot of facility management programs. And there's a lot of them out there, and they would constantly come to me and pitch their program. And when I first came across eSPACE, I was very impressed, and I was like, this program is simple, it does what you need to do, and it's very easy to operate around. And so I would say, if you have any questions about it, definitely see a demonstration and do it, because it will improve your facility management program or facility management of the installation.